How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Narcissist's biggest fear. Maria Coniglio said that a narcissist's biggest fear is exposure. Some narcissists will do anything to protect their reputation. They don't want anyone to know who they really are. They don't want people to know how abusive they are behind closed doors. Some people will go to any lengths to not let the public know what they are truly capable of. So please be careful who you expose. Some toxic people can be extremely dangerous. Their fake reputation is their life. So that is what Maria Coniglio said. No, although narcissists act superior to others, because these are individuals who believe they are more important and more superior than others. They are entitled, they are boastful. But underneath these narcissists, underneath their grandiose exteriors and larger than life facade lies their greatest and deepest fears. Narcissists are flawed, they are illegitimate, and they are ordinary. That is one of their biggest, deepest fears. So for narcissists, attention is like oxygen. Narcissists need constant attention. They believe only special people get attention. So to narcissists, ordinary people, that is any other person apart from them, aren't worthy of attention. So being ordinary would leave the narcissist unworthy of the spotlight and they'll be left to suffocate. Now, despite this deep desire for connections and affirmation, narcissists fear true intimacy. That is one of their biggest fear. We know that intimacy requires vulnerability. Intimacy requires authenticity and the ability to empathize. And these are areas where narcissists typically struggle because these are individuals who lack empathy. To be truly intimate with someone else, the narcissist would love to let their guard down and expose their true self. That includes their perceived flaws and weaknesses. So, being intimate is one of the most terrifying things in a narcissist's world. Narcissists fear being intimate. The other big fear that narcissists have is that deep down, narcissists are frightened. They are fragile people. They are scared. Aging, defeat, illness, or rejection and humiliation can knock the narcissist down, can shake them to their core. The narcissist fears rejection. They despise rejection completely because it destabilizes the notion that they are the center of the world by invalidating them. Narcissists will work very hard to keep up appearances, especially out in the public. So when you reject them, it brings out those feelings of inferiority and unlovability. The narcissist fears humiliation and embarrassment. They will do anything to shift humility. They fear failure for being exposed as ordinary. When you load the narcissist up with tasks that they are unable to finish, it erodes their self-worth in the worst way. And this will make the narcissist get focused on their image. They believe that how they are viewed by others and how they view themselves will protect them against realities of life. Now, the reality of life is that none is perfect. Nobody is perfect. We have limitations. We can't get everything we want. There will always be someone younger, someone more beautiful, someone prettier, richer, more successful. And we all end up dying and aging. That is the truth. That is the reality that the narcissist does not want to accept. So the other big fear that the narcissist has is your indifference. They cannot stand indifference because it gives them no attention. When you're indifferent, the narcissist will lack admiration. They lack control over you. Indifference is something the narcissist is deeply afraid of. Their fear of indifference is the reason why the grey rock method is one of the most effective tools to practice on a narcissist. Because that way you give a narcissist no attention at all. By being indifferent, you appear boring and useless as that gray rock that the narcissist despises. So another big fear that the narcissist has is the fear of being exposed. They fear being seen for who they truly are. Remember, these narcissists have fragile egos. When you remind them of who they truly are, they fear that. A narcissist's fear of exposure, of the false self that they portray, of that fake person that they are, is something they are scared of being exposed. When you expose the narcissist, it brings about narcissistic injury. When you expose the narcissist, it brings humiliation. And this is something the narcissist is scared of. They fear humiliation. They believe in their fake image. So when you expose them, they're scared. The narcissist will fight very hard to ensure that they're not exposed. Because exposing a narcissist means you've declared war on them. Now, another big fear that the narcissist has is the fear of not being special, the fear of not being unique. Narcissists, they believe that being special and unique is one way of them asserting their superiority and affirming their worth. So if the narcissist is not exceptional, then to them they are worthless or they are unimportant. The narcissist's identity is built around the idea that they are superior to others. They are more important to others. They are unique and special, with special talent, with special skills. And this is the perception that the narcissist maintains in they believe that they are special and unique. So the narcissists fear not being special or unique because they believe it will mean that they are not important, they are not special, they are not unique, they are not worthy, they are valueless, and they will not even exist in the eyes of others. Another big fear that the narcissist has is fear of death. Narcissist wants to live forever. The fear of them no longer existing is so much. Now, the narcissist, another big fear is the fear of not being admired. Remember, narcissists need constant admiration. They need constant validation, constant praise. So the idea of being treated with disgust, the idea of them not being the center of attention, is something that the narcissist will not tolerate. Narcissists feed heavily on the admiration of others. Without other people, they're nothing. And that's why one of their biggest fears is the complete lack of admiration from others. Again, narcissists have this big fear of loss of control. They need to feel in control of the environment, in control of everything around you, in control of you, in control of everything you do. If they are not in control, then they are scared. It reminds them of their childhood, and it can break their spirit. The narcissist needs to control you, to control everything, to feel safe, to feel strong, to feel powerful. So the narcissist's need for control is a defense mechanism against the underlying thoughts, the underlying feelings, the underlying emotions that they struggle with. By the narcissist controlling the environment, by them controlling relationships, and them controlling the perception others have of them, that way they can maintain the illusion of their grandiosity and perfection. The narcissists fear that without them having control over everything around them, over the environment, over the world, they'll be forced to confront the inadequacy they feel at their core. To the narcissist, losing control means the collapse of the carefully constructed facade they've built to shield themselves from their perceived flaws and inadequacies. The other big fear that the narcissist has is fear of being abandoned. Narcissists rely on others for validation and emotional support because they use it to uphold their grandiose self-image. To a narcissist, abandonment does not just mean being alone. It means losing a critical source of their self-esteem and self-worth. The narcissist fears that without others to reflect their carefully constructed image back at them, they'll have to face the painful thoughts, feelings, and emotions they have suppressed within themselves all alone. Narcissists also have a big fear of being insulted. They fear being insulted because them being insulted means that they'll experience pain. They'll be saddened. Yes, they can get over it after some time, after years, maybe after weeks, after months, but it will be long. Sometimes they might even never get over being insulted. And that's why narcissists' biggest fear, one biggest fear, is to be insulted. Remember, narcissists have fragile egos. They are very insecure and they're paranoid that these insults will take control away from them. Now, if you want to know a narcissist's biggest fear, the other one is when you call out on their lies. We know narcissists are known for lying, for exaggerating things to make themselves appear more important than others. They want to feel better about their own standing in society. So, when the narcissist lie and exaggerate, what they fear is that those lies and exaggerations will be exposed, and that those lies and exaggerations will be called out, and this will bring the shame on them. So they are scared of that. What narcissists hate, it is very important to understand what narcissists hate, because recognizing what narcissists hate is key for several reasons. Number one, when you know what narcissists hate, it's going to protect you from potential manipulation and emotional harm from the narcissist. Number two, when you understand what narcissist hates, it enables you to navigate interactions with narcissists more effectively. It will help you to have better relationships with narcissists. It will help you to minimize conflicts with them, and it will help you in establishing, maintaining, and enforcing healthy boundaries with the narcissist. Again, knowing what narcissists hate will help you in understanding the narcissist's vulnerabilities, and this can help encourage empathy, while at the same time it will help you to protect your well-being, to safeguard your well-being. Now, narcissists, we know they are typically characterized by having this grandiosity thing. They need constant admiration, constant attention. They lack empathy. They think they are more special than others. They seek relationships where they can maintain an upper hand. They want to control everything around them. They want to control you. They want to control the environment. You know, narcissism is a term that was derived from Greek mythology, and it refers to this personality trait characterized by an excessive sense of self-importance, this insatiable need for constant admiration, and lack of empathy towards others. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, you need to know what they hate. Number one, narcissists hate being ignored. Narcissists hate it so much when someone ignores them, especially if that person is their victim. It makes them feel bad. It makes them feel worthless, valueless, and unimportant. Narcissists hate opposition. They hate it so much when you oppose them. When you stand up for yourself and challenge the narcissist, they hate that. The number three thing narcissists hate is when you say no to them. There is nothing the narcissists hate more than the word no. No means that you've turned them down. So if you're the narcissist victim and you say no to them, they'll swing into narcissistic rage and they'll undergo narcissistic injury. Another thing that the narcissist hates is when you don't put them, or when you don't make them a priority in your life, when you make them an option. They'll be so mad, because to the narcissist, they must be the king or the queen in your life. They must be number one in your priority list. So when you treat them as an option, they will hate that. Again, number five, the narcissists hate being exposed. They know that they are self-centered people. They know they're selfish, they're self-absorbed, they're egocentric, egotistic people. It's always about me, me, me. It's about their needs. So when you expose that, they hate it. Again, the narcissists hate it when you are happy. They hate seeing you happy. They love it when you are miserable. They love it when you're suffering. They love it when you're sad. So when the narcissist sees you happy, smiling, laughing, having a good time, they hate that. Again, the narcissist hates boundaries. When you put boundaries in place, it means the narcissist cannot control you the way they want. It means they lose control over you. When you establish boundaries and you enforce them, the narcissist will become very angry. They'll become very confused, very frustrated. They will hate that. The narcissist again will hate lack of admiration and attention. Remember, narcissists they have this insatiable need for constant admiration and constant attention from others. They seek constant validation to validate their fragile self-esteem. So when they get deprived of attention, when they get deprived of this admiration, the narcissist will feel a sense of worthlessness. They'll feel unimportant, and they will respond in very many ways to regain the spotlight again. They will try to get back that attention. They will engage in attention-seeking behaviors. They might try to exaggerate stories. They'll try to seek sympathy. They'll be irritable. They'll become very angry. They might even try to manipulate situations to draw attention back to themselves. When you talk about attention, we know that narcissists love it. Everybody likes it. But to the narcissists, they love attention more than anything else. Attention is oxygen to the narcissist. It is food to them. It is fuel to the narcissist. Narcissists, they thrive on being the center of attention, and they regard attention as a prime source of narcissistic supply. So anything that hints to the narcissist that they're not good enough, that they don't deserve attention, then the insecurity will be triggered right away. Narcissists hate it when they lack attention. When they feel ignored, when they feel sidelined, they will get angry, they'll get mad. Again, the narcissists hate criticism. They hate to be criticized. They have fragile egos. They have a delicate self-esteem that is easily shattered by criticism. If you want to know one prominent thing that narcissists hate, then it is criticism. They have this intense fear of to be criticized, or anything that may shatter their self-created, idealized image of perfection. So, narcissists, remember, they have fragile egos. So when you deny them that attention, when you deny them what they need by criticizing them, when you show them that they're not good enough, they're not perfect by criticizing them, they will hate you. Any form of critique, no matter how constructively intended it is, you do it, it is perceived by the narcissist as an attack. And they'll swing into defensive or aggressive behavior. The other thing narcissists hate is to be rejected. Even a minor form of rejection, the narcissist sees it as disaster. They will punish you. They will hate it. Rejection can trigger intense rage, hostility, and desperate attempts by the narcissist to regain control. Again, the narcissists hate anything that is perceived as threat to their superiority. To the narcissist, they are trying to constantly strive to reaffirm their superiority and uniqueness. They believe they are more superior than others. They are more special than others. They are unique than others. So they hate it when you challenge this self-perceived grandiosity. When you prove to the narcissist that they're not important, they're not unique, they're not special, then they will hate that. They want to keep believing that they're special people, they're important than others. So the narcissists hate when you expose their true self. They'll hate you for that. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, all right? Hit the notification bell as well. That way, every time I upload a new video, you get notified about it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Thank you.